Hey guys, welcome back to Pomp-o-Ween. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Pompberry, hence the name Pomp-o-Ween. I feel very silly in this wig. And today, I've got this broken doll look for you guys. I know this is an extremely overdone look, but I tried to give my little spin on it. I actually did this look 2 years ago for a company who never paid me, so the video never went up, and I published the photo on Instagram and you guys requested a tutorial for it, so I thought now would be the perfect time to do it. This is a super simple costume as long as you already have like a cute dress in your closet, and you obviously don't need this hair. I originally did this look when I was bald, so it added to the effect of the broken doll. It looked way cooler with a bald head. So if you've got a shaved head, perfect Halloween costume. I highly recommend it. But real quick before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get to it.
Oh, hello there. First things first, I already covered up my eyebrows. If you don't know how to do that and want to learn, I'm going to link it up here and down below. I'm priming my skin with the JCat H2O primer. It's great for dry skin. Then I'm color correcting my blemishes with the LA Girl Pro Conceal Yellow Corrector, and just blending it out by tapping with my finger. And I'm going in with the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation in the color 6, Vanilla. This color pretty much matches me. It's a little on the light side, but it's pretty much my natural foundation color. We are going to pale this down, but later. So start with your own foundation shade first. Then I'm taking the shade number 1, Pale, to highlight my face and make it seem paler. I'm not applying this on all of my face, just on the high points. That way you'll seem paler, but your foundation will still pretty much match the rest of your body. Like where the neck connects to the jawline, it'll still be a match, but you'll still look pale, if that makes sense. Then going in with the Tarte Shape Tape, I'm using it to really cover up my eyebrows. I'm letting it dry a little bit before I blend out the edges, and I'm not blending the middle area. I want that to stay super concentrated on top of my brows. I'm also using that to do some further highlighting on my nose and my cheekbones. And with the excess that's on the Beauty Blender, the other high points of my face.
This would be a great Fester Adams look.
The most important part about effects makeup is texture. So we're taking a plain old latex sponge, some tweezers, and just tweezing the living shit out of it. You want to tweeze the entire top until it's all bumpy and textured like this. Then I'm taking the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in Deep, and I'm taking very little of it, making sure to shear it out on the back of my hand before I apply it to my face. And I'm using that to contour. So yes, you will still be contoured, but you'll look dirty at the same time. It's great. I'm also putting this around my mouth and my eye area. I'm using it to contour my nose, so yes, you can still snatch that nose while looking creepy. Using it around my temples and my forehead, because we all know we got to reduce that 5 head to a 4 head. I'm taking that down onto my neck and anywhere that's going to show bare skin. Now I'm starting to concentrate that around my eyes, on my eyebrow area, and under my eyes especially, and I'm deepening that cheek contour as well. Now that I look pretty filthy, I'm taking the NYX Epic Ink Liner and I'm starting to draw the little cracks. So I'm just freehanding this. Feel free to do as many cracks as you want. You can do very little, you can do a lot. I kind of got carried away with this, but my best advice for this is look at pictures of actual cracked dolls and try to mimic those cracks. You want the cracks to have a very organic shape, and you want most of them to be connected, but you also want to have one big point of contact, so where the initial crack started, or the biggest crack, that led to all the other tiny little cracks, and that's what I'm doing here on my forehead. Next, I'm taking the NYX Gel Liner in white, and I'm starting to highlight the edges of those cracks. This will really help to bring out those cracks and start creating dimension. I actually started with this product, but I feel like you could kind of skip this because this actually wasn't my favorite product to use for this, so I switched over to the NYX Pro Foundation Mixer in white. That has a much more liquid consistency, and I actually used it on a very tiny paintbrush, and I just painted that around all the tiny little cracks, especially highlighting the teeny tiny ones that you could barely see before. I made sure they were highlighted so they really stood out, and you just want to do this around the edges of pretty much every crack. Not your butt crack though. Sorry, I had to. Yeah, I'll shut up now. I know, I'm 5 years old. Next, with the NYX eyeshadow base in black, I'm taking it on that same textured sponge and dabbing it around my eyes, going little by little, kind of creating layers, and then I'm taking that product on a flat brush and really concentrating it on my eyelids. Next, with a black face paint, I really want to intensify and add dimension to those eyes. So I'm just doing the same thing, and you'll see that the texture I create with the face paint is much sharper than with the eyeshadow base, and that's because this is a liquid product versus a cream product. The creamy one will give you a soft finish, whereas the liquid one will give you sharp edges. So I just like to layer both for some dimension. Once the eyes are done, I'm going back with that white to highlight any cracks around the eyes. You want to do that over the black so that they really stand out. Next, I'm going in with the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in the color Ruler, and I'm drawing a cute little doll mouth around the cracks. But I thought that color was a little too red, so I went in with the Incredible Matte My Day Liquid Lip Paint in the color You Won't Bring Me Down, which is a very warm brown, and I just mixed that in with the red color to kind of deepen it down a little bit and mute it. I also blurred the edges to make it look a little less polished, a little more creepy. I also took that black eyeshadow base and deepened the center of the lips to give them more depth. Then I'm using the Catrice eyeshadow in Go Charlie Brown. It's a very cool tone brown. You just need a contour color for this. And what I'm doing is I'm applying it right next to those white highlights. What that's gonna do is that's gonna bring them out and add even more dimension and depth to this look. It'll really make the cracks look 3D. And if you feel like you need to add more highlights, then feel free. Once that's done, I'm going in with the Sugar Pill Shadow in Bulletproof to set my eyes. This is just a really intense matte black eyeshadow. I'm setting my lids because they're really oily and under as well, and I'm kind of blending it out for even more dimension and texture around the eyes. Then I'm setting everything with the RCMA translucent powder. I'm using a big fluffy brush for this and being careful not to drag the brush on my makeup. I don't want to disturb anything. And I'm using the Sugar Pill Bulletproof to set all the black areas so that there's no whitish cast from the translucent powder. Then I'm going to line my waterline with the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the color Milk. And this is honestly the best white eyeliner I've ever used, especially for inside the waterline. It has a lot of staying power and is really intense. Now you just need some contacts and a wig and you're done.
The great thing about this look is that you can make it as complicated or as simple as you'd like. I obviously did a lot of fractures, but you don't have to do as many as I did. You can keep it really simple. You can see this area is a lot more simple, but still very effective. So yeah, you can customize it as you please, and you can even get creative with it and add things to your costume, like what broke the doll. Maybe you have like a fake knife stuck in your head or something. I don't know. You can get creative. And that's it. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up so I can know what kind of tutorial you're looking for this Halloween. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to come back tomorrow for more Pomp-o-Ween. Bye! Kind of feel like I should be at a pageant right now because this hair is crazy.